Hello there, it is me, Pearl from Pearl and the Prayers, and this is Tuned in Tarot, and we are here to look at the balance between the divine masculine and divine feminine energy inside of self, understanding that whatever state we find this energy in, we can expect to see that reflected back to us in our interactions with others, in our external environment, and if we want to see things in our life change, we really do need to shift and change the energy within, and hopefully you can get the insight you need to do that from my readings. What distinguishes me as a reader, I would think, is that my goal isn't so much to reveal to you all the secrets about your person. It's to reveal to you all the secrets about yourself that are kind of blocking you from coming into union or manifesting the outcome that you truly desire. So hopefully you can really get the help you need to change your situation through my readings. It's Monday, so today is the collective twin flame tune in, and we are going to look at both the masculine and feminine side of the self. The music that came on today, we had 3 songs play during the shuffle. Sometimes I forget to mention the songs, which is how I started this whole account, so shame on me. But the first song that played was a song called I'm Down by Jack White. Well, it was performed by Jack White, written by Beck. And then we have the song Cut Out by Grizzly Bear and Sparrow by St. Vincent. So, nice selection this morning. You might want to go look up those lyrics to see if they have any meaning for you. I was getting the song I'm Down while shuffling the divine masculine side of self, so I have a feeling that that might be the case. The masculine might be feeling down right now. The feminine side of self it was Grizzly Bear and Sparrow played for both during that time, so you can take that as you will. Let me see if I have any announcements. Primarily, just please support this channel, please subscribe, please like, please share, please do the things that will help my channel to grow. I'm trying to reach 1,000 subscribers. I'm very close, so if you subscribe today, you are helping get me there, and I really appreciate that. Also, please consider booking a private reading or sending a donation if you do feel that you receive insight from my free content that I put out on my YouTube. I would appreciate your financial support, especially as I'm transitioning into a new home in the next couple of months, and it's going to be, expensive. So I appreciate all the help that you can send me at this time, including booking readings as well. Okay, let's get into it. We're going to start with divine feminine energy today. Top of the deck, overall headspace for the divine feminine. We're using the Tattoo Tarot. We have the Star, and in the heart space, the Light Seers Tarot, which just keeps coming back. And we're getting the Tower energy. So overall, divine feminine is feeling like, oh gosh, I just feel like this. I've been wishing, hoping for so long for this union with the divine masculine, for partnership, for romance, for an abundant career, to know where I'm going, to have a place to live, to like whatever it is that you've been wishing or hoping for. It's been going on for so long, and there is this, you keep thinking about it, you keep thinking about what you're wishing for, you keep like looking up at the stars and just being like, when is it happening? When is it gonna come, please? And your heart space is like, I just don't want to think about it anymore. It's just like wanting to release this, just not wish for this anymore, just let it go. Like, the constant wishing and hoping has become destabilizing. It feels like there's no solid ground. It feels like there's no stability and there's no security because we're always wishing for what we don't have. And the feminine energy, her heart space, is urging her to just stop wishing for things, because when you're constantly wishing for things, you can't have them. You're always in the mindset of like, oh, I wish I could have this, instead of noticing what you do have. And that is something that the divine feminine really needs to heal within herself. It's become very destabilizing for her. She also could just be wishing for a tremendous change, a massive shift, movement, something to shake up her life, something to get her out of where she's been. But all those things going on, headspace and heart space, underlying all of her thoughts and decisions. Oh, look, It's the King and Queen of Pentacles from 2 different decks. That's a super significant thing to happen. This is underlying all of her thoughts and decisions, remember? So what is it that's underlying all her thoughts and decisions? Oh, no big deal. It's just constantly thinking about this specific person and feeling like this specific person is her counterpart. And really feeling like, how does she let that go? How can she let that go? This has been a part of who she is. This has been a part of the fabric of her being for so long. So how does she let that go? It's really, really difficult for her. I'm also seeing her feeling independent, abundant, creative, and thinking of herself as worthy of a match to that energy. Also thinking of herself as both the nurturer, the creator, and the protector, and the provider. And I do think that that can get tiring. But she's definitely really thinking about having somebody in her life who matches her energy. That's what she's wishing for. That is what she's hoping for. First thing up. So this is on her mind, or it's been on her mind. This is the placement that I would say this is what has been on her mind. Justice in reverse. It's not fair. Knight of Wands in reverse. And we're getting balance. Now to get balance and justice, pretty interesting. Thinking of herself as the scales are not balanced. Things are not balanced between me and this counterpart I'm envisioning, or just in my life in general. There is no justice. Everything, like, I'm not receiving rewards from putting time and energy into my passions. I feel I have been consistent with my passions and I'm not seeing it paying off. And all I'm seeking right now is balance. And it just feels like I'm so out of balance. And I don't understand why, because I've put so much energy into balancing things in my life. And it still feels chaotic. It still feels like there's an upheaval. And it still feels like I don't get the justice that I deserve. And that's all I'm seeking right now. That's all I desire, is just to finally feel at peace. Currently on her mind, the Ace of Wands, the 9 of Wands, the 9 of Swords, and then success. Very interesting juxtaposition. So I strongly desire that this period of isolation and healing is over. But I worry that it's not. I worry that I will not be able to have the success that I so desire. And I'm just constantly praying every day that this healing period is over, that I no longer have to suffer from the wounds of my childhood or of past relationships or whatever it is that's keeping me from really being successful. And I'm just worried that I'm never going to fix this. I'm never going to conquer it. And where is she going? The World? Wow, the 10 of Wands and Strength. Okay, I love this. So that feeling with the 9 of Wands of really wanting this completion. Then we're seeing the World card, which is completion. The 10 of Wands, which is literally the completion from the 9 of Wands. And then Strength, okay? So you have, this is the point for you to take heart feminine energy, because you have completed the cycles that you needed to. You no longer have to carry this burden. You are journeying somewhere new, and all that you've gone through has really given you the strength and stability that you need. So this fear that you're unstable is unfounded. You really have, through the healing that you've done, become strong enough to continue and to basically start a new journey. So you don't have to constantly be going in the same direction that you've been going in the past, which I think is lovely. I will take it. Clarifying the Justice card in reverse. I'm trying to pick it up here. So clarifying the Justice card in reverse, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Success card. We are getting the Queen of Pentacles again, so that's 2 Queen of Pentacles. Now we're seeing it in the headspace. So thinking of yourself as the Queen of Pentacles, the Page of Swords, and trust. Okay? Very interesting. So clarifying that feeling of it's not fair. I want a balance. I'm seeking balance. I'm committed to myself. I'm not seeing those my just desserts, right? I'm not seeing the rewards of the work that I've put in. We are seeing this Queen of Pentacles. So there is a sense here that the hard work is paying off, but there is this feeling that we still need to learn more. And that's frustrating. That's definitely frustrating. There is also a clear feeling that somebody or multiple parties are watching. Like, I have so many private accounts that watch my fucking shit. Like, so many private accounts. I'm just like, I don't know who all these fucking people are, but like, why aren't you just watching me on your regular pages? And like, why are you making up fake accounts? Like, it's so annoying. So Divine Feminine, one thing she's trying to do is really trust in the knowledge that she's acquired. Trust that she's brave enough to take all of her creativity to that next level in her life. And figure out why she has, I think too, because I'm seeing her analyzing this pentacle. Why is it that people want to watch me but not come forward and bravely speak to me? Like, that's the thing I don't understand. Like, why are people watching me? Why don't they just talk to me? It's really weird. And especially when there's multiple parties too. There's like, I see people watch me from, like, I know my person watches me from, like those websites that are like third party websites where it'll show like, instead of somebody, like a private account, it'll be like one of those bot accounts or something, and then they'll disappear after a certain number of hours. They used to do, there's a few different accounts. There's somebody that would like, they would think they were so sly, they would watch me and then they would block it so that I couldn't see it, but I would usually catch it and then it would be back like in a couple of days. Dude, I was just like, come on. What is your deal? So Divine Feminine really having to trust in herself to be able to do what she needs to do for herself. That she's brave enough to accomplish the goals that she has. She wants to think of herself as the Queen of Pentacles, and she has to trust that is who she is. Like, it's in her heart space. She knows that intuitively that she has that power to really be financially independent and abundant, and she's just got to be brave enough. She also feels like she has more to learn, and she's just really trying to trust the process. But I'm definitely feeling there a sense that it's not fair that, you know, her person watches her privately and doesn't just come forward. Clarifying the Ace of Wands, Nine of Wands, Nine of Swords, and the Success card, we have here the Nine of Pentacles, the Fool card, and the Illumination card. So while she does worry that she might not become successful, or that there's still more healing in front of her she's worried about, there is a sense here that she is basically taking care of herself. She's indulging in things. I think that there's definitely a fear that she's been foolish in some ways. Like, she has this potential to be happiness, and she fears being foolish. I think this could be spending too much of her money, or not being wise with her money, self-indulgent, being too self-indulgent with her habits. I keep finding myself eating foods that are like not serving me, and I'm doing it with like awareness. I'm like, I know that I'm eating this food right now because I'm unhappy, uncomfortable, frustrated, stagnant, stuck, whatever. Like, which to a certain extent, when you have an awareness when you're doing something, when you're engaging in an activity, it helps you to not keep doing the activity as often or feeling as guilty about it. It's like, I know I have certain needs that aren't being met, and this is the only way I can feel to meet those needs right now. So there is an awareness on her part of those habits. The Fool card is really wanting to start fresh, start over. And illumination is like, you know, realizing these things about yourself, becoming self-aware of how your fears of success maybe have prevented you from success. I also feel like she's always on the precipice. Like it's the 9, not the 10 in this current position, right? She's like, I'm almost there. I'm like right on the cliff. I'm like almost there. This feeling of almost there. If I could just trust, like that last card, like basically trust fall, then I could be really happy. So trust could be that my, you know, what is meant to be will return to me, something like that. And then clarifying the World card, the 10 of Wands, and the Strength card. We're getting the Knight of Swords, the 2 of Pentacles, and frustration. Oh God, I feel that so much. Okay. So, Divine Feminine really just wanting the cycles to be over. Being like, okay, I'm strong enough. Haven't I proven my steely nature that I can handle it? Why is this so difficult for people to just communicate directly to me in their integrity? The Divine Masculine to come forward and just talk to me and just communicate. I don't want to keep going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. It's so unattractive. Just communicate. It's so frustrating. So Divine Feminine really wants to change these feelings or these things in her life that are making her feel so frustrated. Like last night, I couldn't stand it. I was just like, I just don't understand. I just want, if there's people who want to be in my life, I want them to tell me that they do so that I can make the choice, the decision. It's so frustrating that that decision is consistently taken out of my hands, which is this controlling energy that I don't like. Like, if you think of me as a person, 12:21 right now on the clock, the mirrored twin flame stuff, if you think of me as a person and you respect me as a person, then you would give me my rightful choice. Like, you would let me choose how to handle the situation. And it's so frustrating that you won't do that out of your own fear and your own anxiety. It's not fair to the Divine Feminine. There's a huge feeling of, it's not fair. I'm very frustrated. I know what I want. I'm sick of wishing for it. It should already be here because I know who I am. Why is this fighting me? Why is the Divine Masculine energy fighting me so hard? Why? If I thought about this in terms of my creative endeavors, it's like knowing my gifts and knowing my talents, but my mind refusing to believe in the potential for this to be abundant for me, to provide stability for me. It's like, why can't you just trust? Why can't you just believe? Why can't you do justice to the talents that you have? And that's another story, but there's definitely a ton of frustration happening, and the Divine Feminine just wants to let it go. She doesn't want to hold on anymore. She doesn't want to just keep wishing for this. She just wants to be like, fine, I give up. Like, I don't wish for this anymore. I don't care what happens. I literally could give a shit. There's definitely that feeling of just completely fed up. Divine Masculine. Overall headspace here, we have the Queen of Cups with the True Heart Intuitive Tarot, and the Cosmic Tarot, we have the Four of Pentacles. So, here's the Divine Masculine energy. Unwilling to let go of the Divine Feminine. Now we have that Tower energy, so it's very similar. Divine Feminine's like, I need to let go in a huge way. Divine Masculine is like, I'm never going to let this go. I just think the Divine Feminine is so beautiful, and she's so nurturing, and she's so psychic and so sensitive and so loving and so compassionate and so kind and so caring. And I can't ever let that go. I can't ever let that go. I'm going to hold on to her. I also think the Divine Masculine cares a lot about what other people think about the Divine Feminine, of her beauty, of how she looks, her appearances. The Divine Masculine, I think, feels that she looks amazing, incredible, beautiful, sensual, really, really definitely, finds this divine feminine incredibly attractive. But I think that he cares what the outside world thinks about it. And he like can't let that go. I'm getting a stuck feeling. Underlying all his thoughts and decisions, we have the Tower card in reverse, which is a definite I can't let something go. And then the Queen of Swords. So there's the Tower. We have two queens here. So there's the potential that divine masculine has two feminine energies. One who he finds very beautiful, loving, kind, and caring. One who he finds very, kind of scary, intimidating, judgmental. This can be the maternal energy. It can be another partner. It can just be an aspect of himself. And honestly, if he has an external partner like that, it's just a reflection of who he is. So he has a part of himself that judges the feminine energy. He has a part of himself who cares what other people think, who overthinks what other people are going to think, who is like not wanting to be judged, not wanting to be criticized for what he desires, for what he loves. And he can't let that go. He can't let it go. And there might be somebody that he's attached to who also won't let go of him too. It could be that there is a feminine energy in his life that refuses to let go of him. And so he feels like he is I'm seeing watched by her, because there's this couple here. So like that he's being watched by her, observed by her, that he cares what that person thinks, that he's concerned about what they might think. Something like that. First thing on his mind, the High Priestess, the Ace of Pentacles, and fear. So divine feminine right now seems very unapproachable. She seems very powerful, very intimidating, bit holier than thou. She's guarding the inner sanctum, so she's not letting him see inside of her as much as she used to. He's afraid, I think, to trust in what he has to offer her, or afraid that she might not trust that he is earnest, that he has something that he really wants to offer her. There's a fear of crossing a threshold too, this threshold that she's guarding. So deep intimacy, allowing the feminine energy in, definitely fearing all of that. On his mind currently, Five of Pentacles, another queen here, Queen of Wands, and space. So the divine feminine is usually represented for me by the Queen of Wands, meaning the part of the feminine that is spiritual, the part of the feminine that is divine, powerful, magnetic, attractive, fiery. This is also it can be about anger, jealousy. We've got three queens here too. So divine masculine may have had, multiple parties involved, various different, it just dawned on me that I was wondering if, are some of the people who watch my account, people that are involved with the person that I'm considered my divine masculine for so long? It's interesting to think about. But the Five of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands, being cold, being left out. We've got space here too. So there's the separation from the divine feminine is all he can think about. And watching again with this eye. So just watching her, giving her space, or there is a lot of space between them. He can't bridge the gap. He can't seem to, bridge the gap. And it's frustrating. Wow. Okay. So this masculine is needing protection. We have another black card. That's 3 black cards. We have that Queen of Swords who's looking very threatening here. I do think this masculine is protecting the divine feminine in some way, protecting her from himself, protecting her from his past, from what he carries with him. We've got another 4 of Pentacles, and then we have the Sun and the 6 of Cups in reverse, and then we have the Confidence card. So the 4 of Pentacles, again, being about not being able to let go, building stable financial foundations. It's also about really being concerned what others think. We have the Sun card, which is like the inner child healing, the happiness, joy. It's a very auspicious card. It's Leo energy, which is confidence. And then we have the 6 of Cups in reverse. So I think that he is aware that it would make him feel happy to let go of the past. It would build his confidence if he could just not focus on the past energy in his life, whether that's, whoever's watching, whoever he fears he needs to protect himself or the feminine from, his past behaviors. I think also he is feeling worried about being judged for past behaviors coming to light, things he's done in the past. There's all kinds of stuff there. Finding it difficult to channel today. I don't know why. Like, I'm able to do it, but it just doesn't feel like it's feeling like it's not flowing like it normally does, or I have to like fight to get the words out. And so, oh my God, I can't believe we got this protection card. So if you're wondering why your person is hiding behind fake accounts, multiple accounts, whatever, they are really afraid and protecting you from something and protecting themselves from something. We have the 8 of Pentacles here, the King of Wands. So we have the counterpart energy between the King and the Queen of Wands here. So that's the masculine's counterpart for sure. And then we have the protection card. And this is what's clarifying: the High Priestess, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Fear card. So the masculine is working so hard to maybe keep this offer he wants to make secret, because he wants to do something. He's created something in the physical. He's made something. But he's really, really wanting to keep something a secret. He's afraid of it being found out. This could be his identity, who he is, who he actually is. He's trying to protect the feminine from this information. Maybe we'll find out why. If we don't, I'm literally going to pull cards about it, because that is a crazy amount. I've never had the Prism cards have that many of the same color. Divine Feminine, she's got oranges. She's got a couple of orange cards. But this is 4 of one color. I've never seen that before, so I'm definitely going to have to read that. Holy moly. I think he's working really hard to protect his identity from the Divine Feminine. So, this feeling of watching Divine Feminine she's really having to trust that she knows who's watching her. Because he's doing his damnedest to keep her from seeing who it is. And because he wants to give her space, maybe he doesn't want her to feel like he's lurking there while he's building up this confidence, or because of how he acted in the past. He cares a lot about what people will think of this relationship, about what people will think of how he feels about her. He cares about that so much. This is so weird. Okay. So clarifying the 5 of Pentacles, the Queen of Wands, and the Space card, we have the 10 of Wands, which is another point of alignment. We had the 10 of Wands for the Divine Feminine as well. The Seven of Cups and anger. Okay. So he's giving, and you know, anger coming in under this divine feminine energy and this space card. Okay. So divine masculine is really afraid that divine feminine is going to be angry with him for this burden, I think, of not making a choice, of his confusion and not making a choice, not making an obvious choice, or of the choices he's made in the past. I also just think he's probably burdened by feelings of anger towards himself that he really needs to put down. So he's protecting himself from the feminine's anger. Okay. Clarifying the Four of Pentacles, the Sun card, the Six of Cups in reverse, and the Confidence card. We're getting the Magician, the Seven of Pentacles, and Sweetness. Now, I'm seeing the feminine having power over the masculine in this. The Seven of Pentacles being about patience, being about growing something, being about something being ready to harvest. And sweetness is, you know, it's like being sweet, being kind, being loving, allowing yourself to enjoy. I do feel that this masculine is thinking that the divine feminine has a lot of power over him. And it's because of her, I think it's her nature, that Queen of Cups energy, that sweet, loving, compassionate nature. Her kindness, her patience with him, that it's helping him. It's helping him to build his confidence as he lets go of the past and just embraces that this divine feminine does love him, wants him in her life. Ugh, God, I feel like heavy energy from this reading, and I just want it to end. As the divine feminine gets the Rest card, I do feel like the feminine energy just needs a rest. I think part of this reading taking time and not flowing so easily is really this sense for me that it's just, I'm like tired of doing the readings. I'm tired of guessing. I'm tired of thinking about it. It's a lot. It's a lot. Rest is essential for all beings, and this card symbolizes the need for a little extra downtime to recharge. By giving yourself and your body the rest you need, you'll conserve the energy to achieve your goals with clarity and purpose. So, divine feminine, give it a rest. You know, the feeling of I need to stop wishing and hoping, and you're being called to do that. Absolutely do that. Now, you also got a green balance card, so because of that, I'm just going to read that green cards signify an opportunity for renewal, whether through gratitude for abundance, movement on a new project, or rest. Let this time be easy and relaxed. Just let things unfold and grow as they need to. I needed to hear that. I needed to hear that so hard, because it's like, I can't think about any of this anymore. Like, I can't think about it. I'm a loving person. I am ready for whoever wants to step into my life. I don't care who it is. I'm no longer attached to the exact person that it is. If it was the person that I focused on for years, cool. If it's not, also cool. Like, I just don't have the strength, and I have so much frustration at trying to make whatever work. I'm just ready to like release that and let it go, and just, I don't care. Whoever comes to me and says, I'm open-hearted and I want to explore that with you, that's who I'm going to focus my energy on. Because people who cannot do that, they are not the right ones for me. I'm also going to read orange for the divine feminine, because she got, I think almost, did she get 2 orange cards as well? Okay, so orange is a sign to really tap into joy and playfulness during this period of your life. So rest, joy, playfulness. Orange is full of energy, which can be invigorating but also overstimulating. How are these energies emerging in your life right now? Are you feeling excited, or is the energy feeling a little too intense? For me, it's too intense right now, which is where that rest card comes into play. If it's too intense, take a moment to release that energy with a sense of play. Now is the time to take a moment and celebrate all the joy that is apparent within your life in all the forms it takes. So I need to just play some Sims. We're getting B Spirit, sweet results awaits. I like that. That's also hearkening back to that sweetness card, which came up for the masculine. This, of course, is for the feminine energy. The advice from this card is that sweet rewards are on their way if you are willing to get your ego out of the way and immerse yourself in the connected energy of all things. B Spirit knows not to let a sense of being a separate self get in the way of a good thing. Spirit is always producing honey. Miracles and magic are everywhere. When you connect with the great hive, you are vibrating and buzzing in exquisite harmony with all. B Spirit asks that your focus be on connectivity. Your body, heart, soul, and psyche experience total interconnectedness and a true integration when you self-forget, when you remember that you are part of a greater unified consciousness. Moving from separation into connection, from self-centered limitation to spirit-centered infinite possibility and potential, you become busy as a bee, enjoying the gifts of bee spirit. Fully in alignment with your highest expression of yourself, your heart opens and creativity rushes through you seemingly without effort as you experience that nothing feels like work. Industriousness is driven by enthusiasm and inner motivation, and time seems to fly by quickly as the hive supports you in the making of honey. Do you feel the presence of your helpers in the hidden realms adding their energy to your creations? Magical results are taking form and will be sweeter than you expect. Bee Spirit wants you to remember that your part in the divine partnership with the conscious universe is being rewarded even if you can't see that yet, and asks that you share your good fortune as there is plenty of honey for all. Be a part of the larger whole, the force that brings forth all that is sweet and delightful. I'm there for it. Co-create, Divine Feminine. You're getting the co-creation card. This is number 40. And your message is creativity, art, inspiration, fruition, manifestation. You may not consider yourself a creative person, but in fact you are creating your reality every moment of every day via your thoughts, feelings, beliefs, intentions, and actions. Yet you must consider that you do so in partnership with spirit, consciousness, God, or whatever name you call your higher power. You are a spark of this intelligence that works through you, nudging you with inspired thought and intuitive guidance. You are a paintbrush that co-creates a beautiful, unique expression of your own individuality blended with universal spirit. You are a product of divine inspiration, and now you are aligned with it to create miracles. When you view your life as art, you know you co-created. Only beauty and grace result. Prepare to be amazed. The relationship message is connections of the heart serve to inspire you, opening you up to new ideas you would never have come to on your own. You are looking in a mirror held up by this experience and seeing yourself in an unexpected way. Who is this extraordinary being looking back at you? You're going to be so happy that you kept your heart open. Your love is a unique work of art now, the very embodiment of beauty. The prosperity message is flashes of inspiration give rise to great success when you receive this message. You are at your most creative now, and whatever you apply yourself to will lead to the fruition of your dreams. Remember that all your ideas are channeled from a higher source. You create your reality in partnership with spirit. The potential for manifestation is unlimited now. Revel in its vastness. And the self-care card for you this week is take a walk. I wish I could. I'm not going to be taking any fucking walks in this goddamn town. It's freezing. All right, so this is number 52. And the mantra for you is, with each step forward, I release what no longer serves me. So Divine Feminine, keep going forward and release what doesn't serve you. You know what doesn't serve you? People who don't talk to you, people who don't communicate directly, people who don't have the ability to just speak to you and tell you how they think or how they feel about you. That doesn't serve you. If you have somebody in your life like that, release them. Let them go. Move it along. Your journal prompt is, what sights, sounds, and smells do you notice when you go for walks, and how do these things make you feel? So maybe take a walk and journal about it. If you live in a very wintry place like I do, maybe just imagine going on a walk, I guess, and think about how that feels. And imagine as you take each step forward on that walk that you are releasing what no longer serves you. Also, I'm going to look at what Divine Masculine is trying to protect us from. Let me read these cards, and then I will do that at the end, because that is so many black cards, like I can't. Okay, so he's getting the Magic card. This is... Okay, bitch. So... this is the overall advice for him. For Divine Feminine, it was rest. For the masculine, we're getting magic. Magic is real. It is the spark and the excitement that comes out of nowhere, the act of manifestation, or the feeling of creating something from nothing. It is all of these things and more. This card represents the need to acknowledge the magic and sense of wonder within your life. It's happening around you all the time. You just need to look for it. All right, and we're going to look at the black cards now, just because, my God, that was stupid amount of black cards. Black is an invitation to step into a new phase of your life. When black cards come up in a reading, think of the intense opportunity that they bring, whether to create space for newness or to cultivate courage. All right, Divine Masculine. Get that courage going and step into that new phase of your life, please. We're all waiting for you to do it. Beginner's Mind. We got Porcupine Spirit here for the Divine Masculine. This is number 48. When Porcupine Spirit calls your name, you're being asked to adopt a beginner's mind and to approach situations with innocence and curiosity. The old, confining stories no longer have a hold on you. Life is full of surprises hiding in plain sight. Looking at the world afresh with new eyes can help you find what you have been seeking, whether it is a relationship, an opportunity, or evidence that you have all you need right now to co-create what you desire. Who knew? Porcupine asks you to be playful and have a childlike curiosity. There is so much waiting for you that you have yet to discover. All right, Divine Masculine. You are also getting Yang energy in reverse, which literally is the card of the masculine energy. It's the first card, which is also the Magician. So that's an important message. Divine Feminine got Co-Create, which is also Magician energy. And the Magic card. So, wow. The protection message is, be mindful of the tendency toward impulsive action, overconfidence, and aggressive behavior. Think before you act, lest you find yourself in a situation that will lead to uncomfortable consequences. Be sure you really want what you're chasing after, because you might be sorry when you get it. The appearance of this card isn't cause for fear, for life is all about learning lessons. Practice temperance, diplomacy, and thoughtful consideration before making a move. Clear your energy field. This is your self-care for this week. Clear your energy field, which is... the mantra for this is, my energy is clear, my mind is clear, and my heart is full of love. All is full of love. The journal prompt is, when do you struggle to maintain clear energy? So Divine Feminine, there's a black dress in this. Or masculine. There's a black dress in this. There's black all over. You have this protection energy. My books keep falling off and fucking pissing me off. I feel aggressive. I feel that yang energy in its reverse. I feel... Mm. Clear that energy, masculine. It's not serving you. But I'm going to look at, let's see, I'm just going to grab another deck. I'm drawn to this one. And I want to ask, what is the divine masculine protecting? First I'm going to ask, who is the divine masculine protecting? Is he protecting himself? Or is he protecting the divine feminine? Or both? But show me, who is the divine masculine protecting? Who is the divine masculine protecting? The Hierophant. This gives me protecting. This is a card I associate with tradition, authority, religion. I mean, there is a masculine energy in this card, so protecting himself on his spiritual journey, it could be. But I have a sense that this is more what he's protecting himself or divine feminine from. Some kind of authority. It could also be someone he's married to, because it's about having taken a sacred vow. Please clarify for me, who is the divine masculine protecting? Okay, we're getting a Temperance card, which is showing a feminine energy. And then we're getting a Ten of Swords, which is showing me masculine energy. So he's protecting both the feminine and the masculine. This is also a card about divine balance. And we're seeing pain. We're seeing pain and suffering. The Ten of Swords is about the separation. It's about betrayal. But the masculine is in pain. And the feminine is healing. So it's like he's protecting the feminine because he's not fully healed. Tell me more about this Hierophant card. We have the Star card here. It's a lot of major arcana energies. This is something he's very afraid of. It could be a very powerful entity that is seen or public. He doesn't... So revealing... It could be revealing to a spouse about the divine feminine would make her potentially vulnerable. Or some kind of organization or structure could be a really constrictive belief system or practice or religion. Something that would make the divine feminine very vulnerable. Also, if either one of them has public notoriety of some kind, tradition, something about tradition. Give me some more, please. We have the Ace of Swords and the King of Cups. And the Ace of Swords is like this maze. It's showing us this maze. It's like cutting through all of that. And the King, not the King of Cups, the Knight of Cups, which is about expressing love, bringing clarity. A labyrinth. It's like the divine masculine has to navigate this labyrinth in order to come forward and speak. So he could be protecting her from the way the public would respond. Any more insight into the situation? We have the Five of Cups and the King of Wands. So he doesn't want to cause the feminine any regrets. In this image, we see that there's this door burning and the feminine is here. She wants to escape. When one door closes, a window opens is popping up for me. Doesn't want to disappoint this feminine energy. last card. Last card, closing out this. What is masculine protecting them from? Last bit of insight. Queen of Pentacles. That's 3 Queen of Pentacles that came out for this reading. I get a sense that he doesn't want to do anything to affect Divine Feminine's independence, growth, abundance, her career. Doesn't want to cause her any regrets, sadness, or depression. He's protecting her from his own pain, his own suffering, and from betrayal, maybe from finding out about betrayal, from things that would come to light about it. I don't know, but it's exhausting me, so we'll leave it at that. We'll check on the connection again later in the week and see where we're at. But right now, we've got an extremely protective energy coming from the masculine. I just got the word self-preservation. It's not cute. It's not attractive. I don't love it. Wait, before we close out, let me just ask, what door does the masculine need to close in regards to this protective energy? What door does he need to close? Because this is the tarot of the 78 doors. Ugh, there it is. He needs to stop peering from private accounts, spying, and watching from the sidelines. This has got to end. And what door does he need to open? What door does he need to open? So he needs to stop protecting himself. The 4 of Cups. He's just playing it safe, staying comfortable, staying cozy. He needs to actually make some kind of an offer or accept whatever offer has been made. This is not a person who is looking fulfilled to me. So he needs to open the door. Stop being just somebody that is watching and fantasizing and make an actual move. What will happen if he does this? What will happen if he does what it is that he's fantasizing about doing? What will happen? What will happen? Look at that. The 6 of Cups and the 3 of Wands. The ship will finally come home. The ship will come in. And it will be time to reunite. It will be time to share the nostalgia, share the stories, create new stories, bliss fulfillment, finally relaxing. The wait will be over. The ship will come in if he just does what he wants to do, whatever he's fantasizing or dreaming about. So stop protecting yourself by watching from private accounts and just make some kind of an offer and allow that ship to come in and the past to be healed between you. That's all I got for you today. Have a great day, everybody. I will see you on Wednesday. Take care.